Today we're going to talk about some of our favorite neighborhoods in San Diego, and it's going to start right now. So welcome back to our channel. As we mentioned, we're going to talk about some of our favorite neighborhoods here in San Diego. I know there's a lot of them to talk about, but I picked three, Courtney picked three. I don't even know which one she chose. So we're going to talk a little bit about them and see what they're all about. So Courtney, let's start us off.
All right, so we're not talking about the neighborhood that we live in.
Yeah,
so
that's a given. That's obviously one of our favorite neighborhoods.
So we took that one off the list.
Right, exactly.
So one of my favorites, which we don't talk about very often, is Del Cerro.
We don't talk about that much.
We don't. It's a little further east. It's down near San Diego State University. It's near Lake Murray. It's a really cool neighborhood area, I think. I love the architecture. It was built between the 1950s and 1970s, so it's a lot of kind of mid-century modern, which I love, and a lot of single-story homes, which you don't always find here in San Diego, but at the time that's what was really popular, so it's a lot of single-story homes, not a ton of tract homes.
Right.
Every home has its own personality. They're on pretty good size lots, so you can get a little more yard than you can sort of in some of the other spots in San Diego. They've got great schools. Like I said, you're near Lake Murray, which is a really cool reservoir that you can fish there, you can jog, you can hike, you can bike around it. It's a cool neighborhood, I think.
But it does get a little bit hotter there, a little bit more
a little bit warmer because
hotter.
it's a little further east. Yeah, that's true. But I just think it has a lot of character. You know what it kind of reminds me of a little bit, and I think this is right, when I was a kid and I used to watch the Brady Bunch.
Oh yeah.
So the Brady Bunch, that was California, right?
Yeah, I think
that was California.
So, right?
And I think I got it in my mind that that's like what the California house looks like.
Actually, the Brady Bunch house just sold like a year ago, I think.
And it's here in California?
I think so.
All right, well,
it
kind of reminds me of Del Cerro.
Yeah. So the first one on my list is one that we've talked about occasionally, is Carlsbad. Carlsbad, especially Carlsbad Village, is one of my favorite places to go. It's got some great beaches up there. It's a very walkable little area, especially the village area part of it. You got Beacons Beach, Tamarack Beach. We've covered some of this in some of our previous videos. Yeah, lot of good surfing.
Yeah.
Parking's pretty good at some of those beaches. You know how much I like parking.
Always with the parking.
I know. Schools are really good. It's one of the top rated school districts in all of San Diego. So a lot to do up there. It's got some good restaurants. The breweries are really close by. And obviously it's got Legoland, which I also talk about all the time.
When are you getting your kickback? Your Legoland kickback?
I keep waiting for it. It hasn't come yet.
No one's contacted you.
Oh, and if you're ever looking to do like a staycation here in San Diego, they actually have a lot of family-friendly hotels up there. Like the Omni is up there, like the Four Seasons. Want to spend a little bit more extra money?
Nice.
And the Hyatt has a really good resort-style pool up there. So if you ever just want to get out of your house and go to a local hotel, those are good places to go. We've actually done that a couple times at the Omni up there. Another cool spot up in Carlsbad is the flower fields, which is they start blooming in March, and they're a couple acres of flowers they got blooming up there. So it goes for about 8 weeks in March, and if you ever get a chance to go check those out, it's a really cool spot. The only negative I really say about Carlsbad is it's the very north end of San Diego. Yeah. So if you want to like explore most of other parts of San Diego, it's a little tucked away up there.
Right.
But if you do like have to commute for work up to like LA or Orange County, Carlsbad's a really good option because you're at the very north end of San Diego.
Kind of like a middle point.
Yeah, exactly.
Downtown San Diego and LA.
You can jump on the train over there in Oceanside as well and kind of shoot up to LA if you ever need to.
Okay, so my next favorite neighborhood is one we've actually done a video about, so you can go and double check all my facts here. Solana Beach is one of my favorites. Small, not a huge area. That's one of your favorites too?
Yeah.
I love it.
I
love it. So it's not, like I said, it's not huge, but it's a great neighborhood. It's got good schools. Obviously the home prices are a little higher because you're close to the beach. But it's just a really cute little part of town. They have Fletcher's Cove there, which we've told you about before. I know you do.
I always talk about it.
Yeah,
I love it. So.
That's a little man-made cove.
It is.
There. They've got good restaurants. They've got the Cedros district, which is like their arts district, which has, boutiques and furniture stores and clothing stores.
It's also got the Belly Up music venue.
Right down
Sorry,
there.
I got excited.
I told you I got excited
it's a really good.
It's a good place to see a show. You can get really close to some of your favorite artists because it's a very small venue.
Yeah, super small. It can get pretty hot inside there too.
It's very warm in there.
Yeah.
It adds to the charm. And like I said, some fun surf shops and good surfing, and you're right there next to, south is Del Mar, and then up above, north, right above Solana Beach is Cardiff, which I also love Cardiff, but
What's one of your favorite beaches there as well?
Seaside Reef.
Right.
Seaside Reef, which is technically Cardiff, but it's practically Solana Beach.
It's on the border of it.
Yes.
So.
Oh, if I could buy one of those homes in Solana Beach, I'd be set.
One day.
One day.
And the train station's also in Solana Beach
yes.
too.
So that's really convenient. That's you can stop right there on the coaster on your way down from LA or Long Beach or wherever you've been up there, Santa Barbara. On your way down to San Diego, you can stop in Solana Beach.
That's what makes Solana Beach one of the best ones.
Pizza Port.
It's one of the most convenient beach towns.
It is.
As well.
Yes, very convenient. Yeah.
All right, next one on my list is actually some place very close to Solana Beach, at Carmel Valley. Carmel Valley is just west of where we live.
Yes.
We live in Torrey Highlands, so just west of there is Carmel Valley. Carmel Valley is pretty much known to be one of the more central spots in all of California. It's kind of on the border of North and South County, San Diego. It's got also rated the top schools in all of San Diego. I mean, them and Poway are kind of 1 and 2 for the most part. So it's definitely a great spot for families to grow. I mean, the price points are a little bit high. You're about 5 minutes to the Del Mar Beach, Torrey Pines beaches. You can go up north, Carlsbad, you can go just south to downtown.
There's new construction there too.
Yeah, so there's a lot of new construction there. You got Pacific Hollow Ranch, which is kind of the newer part of Carmel Valley. So there's a lot to do there. There's also going through all the parks they have in Carmel Valley.
Yeah.
I counted 22 parks in Carmel Valley.
Wow.
And that was just what I could see on the map. So there's parks around every corner in Carmel Valley. And San Diego in general has lots of parks.
They do.
I'm a big fan of parks, so it's nice to have open space.
There's good parking at parks.
Maybe that's why I like parks
That's
so
probably
much.
why you like it.
But there's lots to do with families and kids, which is kind of a big part of our channel here. So we always like to kind of point out all the things that are good for families. So Carmel Valley is as good as any to raise a family here. One thing about Carmel Valley that it doesn't have is probably a big nightlife. I mean, it is like a suburban town.
Sure.
So most things close around by about 10 o'clock at night, probably.
That's
but
true.
you can go date nights, but usually it ends a little bit early.
Yeah. But still, there's good restaurants and nice places to go and have a date.
Exactly.
If you get.
As long as you're done by 10 o'clock.
That's right. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, my last one is not to be confused with my first one because their names kind of sound the same. So the last favorite neighborhood I'm going to talk about is Del Cerro, which is just north of, to give you a point of reference, just throw up a map, north of where we are here in Torrey Highlands. It's a planned, is that what they call planned community?
Sure.
There are condos and apartments and estate homes and townhouses all within the same community. So it's not just like one neighborhood of one type of family residence. So it's pretty cool. You could, you could live in whatever you can afford.
Yeah.
They've done a really good job of just planning that community so that it is walkable, there's usable space, there's community pools, there's community playgrounds, lots of parks, hiking trails. It was just, I thought, mapped out really well.
Right.
So when I go in there and I see people walking their dogs and they're, scooting around on bikes and scooters and whatever,
It's a good looking neighborhood.
It's a good looking neighborhood.
Even though it's a relatively new neighborhood, but they have a lot of mature trees for relatively new.
That's what I like so much.
Yeah.
Lots of flora and fauna.
Right,
over
exactly.
there.
Love flora and fauna.
Love the flora
That
and
and Forest
fauna.
Ranch, Del Cerro, kind of like the same.
Yes,
same area,
exactly. So Del Cerro it's a little more expensive. I know it's got higher property taxes, higher Melrose taxes, correct?
Right,
So.
correct. So when you're looking for houses, double check that. Because
Double check that. That's right.
It could be an extra $500-$600
Slaps you in the face sometimes.
Yeah.
It does.
But it's got a great community feel up there too, because they do a lot of like community events, movie
Activities
nights,
and
and
it definitely seems to be a lot of community
Labor Day
involvement.
parties and all kinds of stuff up there.
Yeah,
too, so.
I just think it's a growing community and they've done a really nice job planning.
Yep.
And you're also still on the canyons there, so you do have a lot of some of the homes have nice views, and there's open space. So it doesn't feel totally overdeveloped.
And it's in the Poway Unified School District. So.
Poway Unified School District, really good schools over there.
You
Good
got Del
elementary
Norte High School,
good,
Design 39.
Yep. Wish you could see how Bern has
No,
spelled
we're not going to show this on camera.
It's
so
nine
who are you talking to?
foods.
Who you talking to?
Oh, you are going to show this. This is going to be...
Let's finish this before I run out of space.
Okay, sorry.
So last but not least on my list is the neighborhood of South Park. They're pretty close to downtown, just south of North Park, obviously. What I like most about South Park is the location.
Yeah.
It's super close to Balboa Park. You can walk to Balboa Park, the zoo. Downtown's probably only a 10, 15-minute drive.
Yep.
Really good restaurants, a super walkable neighborhood,
Yes.
which I love walkable neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Got a ton of Italian restaurants there, especially Bueno Forchetta, which is one of my favorites down there in South Park. It's not a super busy neighborhood. North Park's got a little more vibrant life to it, but this has a lot of coffee shops, kind of like boutique shops as well.
For you, coffee shops.
It is. I love coffee.
I know.
I absolutely love coffee. Some tasting rooms down that way too, so a lot to do down there, but again, very walkable. The only other downside of South Park, the schools are not great, so that tends to be why people don't always stay there forever. But definitely
a good place to start.
Definitely a good place to start. There's some like 1920 craftsman style homes, which is one of my favorite style of homes.
Yeah, I love craftsman.
Which we don't get up here mostly in North County, so that's why when I go down there, I just like driving through the neighborhoods, kind of getting a feel for it.
A lot of flavor to those.
Yeah, the whole neighborhood has a lot of character to it, which kind of draws me to it. So that was our list of our 6 favorite neighborhoods here in San Diego. There's a lot more to that, but we just try to.
Yeah.
We'll probably pull out one of these every once in a while, just kind of mix it up a little bit.
Branch out, give you some more ideas about other places.
So we don't just talk about the same neighborhoods every single time when we do a video.
That's right.
So if this is your first time to our channel, please subscribe to our channel as we post new videos every week. And if you were ever planning on moving to San Diego, we'd love to help you find your next home. And if you're interested in finding a little bit more information about San Diego, check out this video I have right up here.
Oh,
it's a pretty good one.
And click like, you said. Did you say click like?
Click like below.
Click like below.
Thanks for watching and catch us next time.
Bye.
Bye.